today's video, I'm going to show you some things you can do with your iPad. We'll cover finding your control center, notifications, widgets, settings including updating your iPad, how to scan documents using the Notes application, multitasking, and where to find other various tips with the built-in Tips application. Your settings application should be found on your home screen. It looks like a gear icon. To find other applications, if you're not sure where they are, you can simply press in the middle of your screen and pull down. This will open a spotlight search option where you can search for keywords, which will lead you to certain applications or bodies of emails or other messages, all depending on what you type in. So if you're unsure where settings is at, you can just simply type in settings and you will see that appear and you can tap on it to open your settings application. Once you open up your settings application, you'll see several options listed on the left-hand side that you can adjust settings for specific applications, connect to Wi-Fi, and even Bluetooth devices. If you scroll down and select General, this is where you can name your device. If you have multiple iPads in your household, creating unique names for each one can make it easier to airdrop files between devices and know which one you're sending it to. This is where you can also find the model of your device and the software version. If your device needs an update, it will be listed in the software update panel. It is always recommended that you back up your iPad prior to updating. Your control center can be found by swiping down from the top right side of your iPad. You'll see a quick access menu appear. This is where you can adjust certain settings like turning your Wi-Fi or Bluetooth on and off, adjusting the brightness level of your iPad, as well as other applications like your timer and camera. This menu is accessed from your lock screen. So without unlocking your device, you can still swipe down from the top right corner and you can still find these settings and adjust them. When you swipe down from the top center of your iPad, this is where you'll see any notifications that you've received, such as messages or other app notifications. When you swipe your iPad screen to the right, you'll notice that you'll get a menu with widgets. These widgets are added to your device based on applications that you have installed. For instance, your calendar app, your weather application may appear here. You can edit these widgets by tapping the edit button. You'll notice that they start dancing. You can manipulate and move widgets around. You can also add and remove widgets by either selecting the minus symbol in the left corner of each widget, and the plus icon in the upper left corner allows you to search for new widgets that you can add to this widget menu. Another handy thing is that these widgets will from your locked screen. Just simply swipe the screen to the right and quickly at a glance see what the weather is going to be like, any upcoming events on your calendar, as well as stocks. All of these widgets can be added if you'd like. Multitasking on an iPad can be done while in landscape mode. So when you have your iPad sideways, you can see that you have a dock of applications in the lower portion of your iPad menu. Any application that you have here, you can open in a side-by-side mode. So for instance, if you're on your Safari web browser and maybe you're reading an article, when you swipe up from the bottom of your screen, you'll notice that that dock appears. You can simply click and drag any one of these applications over onto the screen and have them appear side by side. So if you're browsing an article that you're reading, and maybe you wanted to take notes about it, for instance, you can simply find your Notes app in your dock and swipe it to your screen and push it off to the side until you see it appear where it's going to be side by side and let go. And now you have the article on the right-hand side or the left-hand side, for instance, and your Notes application is now on the right. So you can simply just select a note and read through your article and do each at the same time. Scanning documents using the Notes application can be very useful if you needed to fill out a form and send it either through email or message to somebody. To get started, open your Notes application and create a new note. Once you have that new note opened, you'll notice that there is a camera icon in the upper portion of the screen. Select this and choose Scan Documents. This opens up your camera and you can hover over the document that you want to scan. Select the Capture button, which is that white circle over to the right, once it has your document highlighted. Click and drag each corner, because it might not do it perfectly, but you can adjust and crop so only the document is selected. Continue this for as many documents as you need to scan in. After each document, just select Keep Scan in the lower right corner, and once finished, select Save. Once you're finished scanning the documents, they will be saved to your notes, where then you can save them to your Files application or simply share them via email or message. Before I send the scanned documents along, I might want to rename it. So I'm just going to tap and select the document and choose to rename the file. I'm going to rename this so I can recognize it and also find it when I go to save it to my Files application. Once you have your document ready to share, simply click on that share icon, which is a square with the up arrow in the upper right hand corner. Here you can select and choose to send it via email or message right away, or save it to other locations on your iPad. I'm going to choose to save it to my Files application on my iPad so I can share it later and I know where to find it. Now that it's saved to my Files application, I can go and open my Files app and search for this PDF document. And there it is, my 3-page document, and now I can choose that share icon in the upper right-hand corner and send it off where it needs to go. To learn more about your iPad, use the built-in Tips application. Tips is an application that's installed on all iOS devices. You can find this on your home screen or use that Spotlight search to search for Tips. Once you open the application, you'll see that Apple gives you many options for learning more about your device. They have a welcome menu to welcome you to your iPad to learn basic features, as well as Genius Picks, where they give you certain things that you might not be aware of that is built into your iPad. So it is a great way to learn more.